What's up, YouTube? My name is Jacob, and here at the PNCLCG is where you want to be. In today's video, I'm going to give my advice, my tips of what I do every time that I boot up the game CSR2. CSR2 for newer players especially can be a bit overwhelming with all of the different notifications and the pop-ups and the this and the that, and do I race this one, do I race that one, what do I do? Oh my goodness. My hope and goal is that this video will maybe help you to clear up some of that, help you get a routine, because CSR2 has so many different things that are on a time-based schedule that will help you to maybe maximize how you play CSR2. As I go throughout this video and I'm discussing various things, I'm also going to give some of my personal tips and tricks that I use for various different things to hopefully help you all that are watching this video in any way that I can. If you enjoy today's content or any content that I make in the future or even in the past, please consider subscribing to this channel. It is very much appreciated. Please turn that notifications bell icon to all so you never ever miss out on a video here on the channel. If you enjoy the content, if it helps you, if you're a newer player and this video is like, wow, this really helped me to lock in on what I should do daily, please leave a like on this video. That really helps get this out there. I want to be able to bless as many people as possible, and leaving a like on this video if you saw it and you enjoyed it and it helped you is much appreciated. And then finally, if there's anything that you want to see in the future, CSR2 related, or even some of the Pokemon related stuff that I have on the channel every now and then, please put it down in the comments section below. That really helps me to figure out what videos to make on my channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. So, first thing, soon as I boot up the game, if there is a Elite Cup, and this is a bit of a trick that you may not know even if you're a bit more of a veteran player. If I have raced one of the races for the Elite Tuners Cup, which shows up every now and then for the crew with various different requirements to race in it, I want to make sure that I left the car that I want fusion parts for in my garage, so that when I boot up the game, the very first thing that I'll do is I'll come up here to my inbox up here, and if I come into rewards and the Elite Tuners Cup is going, it will give me fusion parts for the specific car manufacturer that I left in the game when I last exited the game. So this may be helpful for you if you are trying to get fusion parts for a specific car. This information, whether you're newer or you are a bit more of a veteran, if you didn't know this, this may be helpful. I also always recommend when you get to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to have your daily bonus, so you always want to grab those, and any other rewards or anything like that, you always want to check, grab those rewards, because they can be very useful. Very next thing that I do, I come down here to rare imports, right here. There it is. Bam, click on it. Every 4 hours, this bronze key crate is free if you have gone through the tutorials and everything like that for CSR2. It gives fusion parts, it gives stage 6 parts, it gives cash, and occasionally even it gives out cars. And some of the cars that I have seen given out by this crate are really, really good for Tempest. So please always, every opportunity that you have every 4 hours to hit this crate, consider doing it, because it might give you something awesome. Now over here, you occasionally have various different things like your PC Cup or Prestige Cup crate. As you can see, mine comes in 19 hours. These are 2 or 3 days apart every time that it happens. So if you have those, anytime that you can get them, do them. Free fusions, free stage 6 parts every now and then are awesome. Your special events. Right now we've got a Fast and Furious special event going on. If I had a car to lock in, every 24 hours these become available. So you want to click on those, get those free crates when you can get them. Elite Tuners, these happen every 2 days, every 48 hours. As you see, I'm going to have my Supra crate in 7 hours and 45 minutes. Hit these up. Every 7 crates, they give you a Stage 6 part for the cars. Now, the Supra one and the Subaru BRZ TS one especially give you only Stage 6 parts for the specific car that you have, if you have them. If you don't have these free cars yet, go get them. They are free, free, free. Don't have to spend any money or anything like that to get them. And they are awesome as a newer player to be able to get. So sometimes this will give you the car that you want, or this one will give you the car that you want, and other times it won't. So just do be aware of that. If you see that, don't be alarmed. That's just the way those crates work. And then you have your different showdowns. Sometimes you have your championship showdowns. Other times you have your elite customs or elite tuner or whatever showdown. Every 24 hours, these crates go free. If you time it perfectly where you get on and you get that crate, every time it becomes available, you'll have exactly 7 and you'll be able to get a Stage 6 part for whatever car you have to lock in. So always, 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 every opportunity that you get to be able to do those crates, get them done. They are awesome. The very next thing that I do is I come over here, I hit that race button, and for me, all the way over on the left side of the map, the Tier 5 side of the map, is the daily battle. Now for you, it may be over here, it may be over here. It is in different places for different people as you progress in the game. Once you've gotten through the Tier 5 part of the game, it is permanently going to be over here. And as you see, if I click on it, wait 1 hour and 51 minutes, it will give me a free race to do. Obviously, it takes 1 pip of gas, but it can give you really awesome prizes. Sometimes it gives you silver keys, sometimes gold keys, which are the absolute greatest reward that you can get in this game. Occasionally, it will give you, if you get really high up, especially, it'll give you these massive amounts of gold. You can get gold, bronze keys, silver keys, fusions, cash, a whole bunch of different rewards from doing these races. So every 4 hours, just like the bronze crate, that you can do them, make sure you go in and get those done. The very next thing that I do after completing my daily battle is I go around the map and I start looking for these performance trial and legends trials. These happen every day. There is a different trial that shows up on the map that requires different requirements to be able to race in them. If you have not unlocked the legends part by getting the Ferrari 250 GTO and getting through the Ferrari part of Legends, as you see here, I am not on the Ferrari part, and I'm not on Twin Test. I'm on Izzy's Explanation at the moment. You will not have these, but once you do, they require different cars at different times so that you can restore your cars. All of the Legends cars beat Dyno, so they're the pretty good cars that you can go and get and buy. They take a lot of investment to be able to get, but they end up becoming very nice live racers. As you'll see, I elited my Aston Martin DB5 as a live racer. If you have not watched that previous video where I talked about eliting cars, please consider watching that video. It is super, super, super important that you do not make the mistake, the beginner mistake that I discuss in that video of eliting your Toyota GR Supra. I see a lot of new players that have done this, and it's unfortunate because you do not want to be eliting that car. Then also, if you come down here, for me, it'll be in different places. This is my favorite one. Performance trial. If you have a certain amount of PP or parts installed in your car, it will allow you to get bronze keys and silver keys. Now the amount will change based on how high up you are in the game. Once you get to tier 5 though, this will remain the same. 200 bronze keys, 25 silver keys. Gives you a reasonably decent amount of cash, and those silver keys are huge, very important in CSR2 to be able to grab those silver keys. So, as you see here, I've got all these different cars that I could use for this race. Now for me, I have too many parts. I have 638 and it wants 580 to 615. So I would need to come in here and I would need to take parts off of my car, which you can do here by just refitting the part. And then you can put it back. So don't worry, it does not ruin your car to do that. So yeah, I will check the performance trial. I'll check the legends trial. Once I've done those things, really quickly, I'm going to switch back to my Ferrari, since that is my favorite car. If you've not watched my video where I went in and did my first video with this car, please consider watching that. I had a lot of fun with it. I am a crazy Ferrari fan. I love Ferraris. You're going to see them on the channel. You're going to hear me talk about them on the channel. I love them. They are great. I am very fortunate in CSR2. Most Ferraris tend to beat dyno. This Ferrari Roma in particular is quite a bit of a live racing monster. If you are a new player and you see that this car is actually available right now, you can go and you can buy the Ferrari Roma. Now mine is gone because I've already purchased it, but it would be right here in this spot. I do not, typically speaking, recommend buying cars, and certainly you could say that I am biased towards Ferraris, but this Ferrari Roma is quite a valuable car as a newer player to be able to have, be able to elite. It requires very few upgrades to be able to hit the numbers that you need for a live racing car. It also does beat dyno. It's a relatively decently easy car to drive. It's not too crazy to tune either. It's just a very nice beginner car. I love the way it looks. It is a Ferrari. Ferrari Fusions aren't the craziest to be able to get your hands on. They're not super easy, but they are not hard. And this car is awesome at live racing. So there's my little plug for my Ferrari there. So yeah, once I have checked what performance trial, what legends trial I can do, I will go in here. If I haven't already done so, I'll go straight into live racing. Every 7 hours and 35 minutes, you are going to get your key run to reset, where you can get your bronze keys and your 10 silver keys for winning 15 races. They are super important. They are extremely helpful. They make a massive difference to be able to get them. As you see, I've already raced up to 4. Now, you may be wondering, why did I only race up to 4? The reason is, in my experience, if I get up to 4 races, I guarantee that I'm going to just go ahead and race this guy, let him win here, just give him a nice little bit of cash and RP, hopefully help his crew out. Maybe hopefully help him get some silver keys too. It resets every 7 hours and 35 minutes. And sometimes if you only do one race, in my experience, it will not reset the timer for being able to go and get more live races. But I have found that every time I do 4 races, it guarantees that I am able to go in and get myself the ability to do my races, get my keys, and they are extremely important and extremely helpful. You want to be able to get your silver keys so that you can win the PC Cup car, win other special cars, and really be able to just advance your garage in CSR2. So yeah, here we go. I'm going to race this guy too. I'm going to let him win also because I'm not in any particular need to win live races right now. This video is not about me coming in and taking this Ferrari and beating everybody. I have plenty of other videos that are going to be like that. So if that is something that you are interested in, if that's something you're excited about, please let me know down in the comment section below. I do intend to make a whole bunch of videos with this Ferrari. That's enough of live racing. That is what I do there. Now that I've gotten my 4 live races under my belt, the next thing that I do is I check all of this area here. This is the crew section. In this area is where you'll find the crew cup, the supply cup, the prestige cup, and then when there is one, the token cup. The token cup tends to only last 24 hours, so when you see those, always make sure you jump on those. The crew cup tends to last 2 or 3 days, and the supply cup always ends up lasting 2 days. Now I go in here and I check and I see, okay, has my crew gone in and raced all of them? And for me today, the answer is yes, so I don't need to do any of these. However, if it was a new crew race, my crew hasn't done all the races, you get up to 3 races and they reset. I don't remember the exact number. I want to say it's somewhere like 7 hours and 35 minutes or something like that, similar to live racing. I may be very much so wrong on that. It may be more like 24 hours. But needless to say, you want to do those races, and then the supply cups. Each PC season, so every 14 days, there is a different Prestige Cup car that you can win with silver keys to be able to get the Prestige Cup. However, the supplies cups run alongside of them, and all you need to do is have a Mercedes car or whatever the Prestige Cup car is. Right now, the current Prestige Cup car is the Mercedes AMG S63 Coupe. It will change next season. It will be the TVR Cigaris. I did a video about that on my channel, so if that is something you're interested in, please go check that video out. But yeah, so just doing 5 of these races gets your crew 12,000 crew RP, which is huge for your crew. Getting 25 races is 22,500 RP, alongside of the RP that you make for each race. These are really helpful. And then on top of that, if you get to 15 races here, it gives you fusion parts, which is great. So you always want to check for those. Make sure that if you have any of those that you can do, you go on and do them. If there are special events, like the Fast and Furious event that we've got going on right now, you want to check and see if you can do those. Right now, we've got this Fast and Furious 9 fast trial that if you can get to 100 races over the period of time that they are doing this event, you can win a free Tier 4 5 purple star car. And for a brand new player, being able to earn this car is huge. So if you have not started doing these races and you click on this video, please start doing your races. This is an awesome opportunity to get a free purple star car. This car does beat Dino almost certainly. It's a good live racer. Jeep Fusions aren't exactly the easiest to get, unfortunately, but nonetheless, it's a great car to be able to get and win. Anytime that they have events, they'll always have Fast and Furious events in this game. They just do. They have other different events. If you have cars that you can do for them, make sure you do them. If a new event has popped up and you have the car, as you see here, I do not have the Honda NSX. Sometimes they will give away these cars for gold. And if it's a car that you really, really love, you really want to have, make sure you go and check and see. Because if it's a cool car that you really like, or it's a car that's really good, and they're giving away and you have the gold for it, go for it. Go for it. Because it will also, when you do lock it in, when you go back to your main screen and you go back to your rare imports, see how you have this Fast and Furious event? It will immediately start giving you free crates for whatever car you locked in, which is huge because you want to maximize getting as many of those free crates as you can for whatever car it is. So always check those. And then last but not least, if there's any other kind of special events, I know the Easter event is incoming, and it will be it'll be somewhere interesting. on the map. I remember them, typically speaking, they like to put it like here-ish, somewhere in there. You want to check those, see if you can't do those. And the last thing that you do now, if you are a new player, you've never clicked on Showdown before, do not do this yet. It will prompt you to do a whole bunch of a tutorial that you do not want to run through until you are ready to do. Showdowns require you to have a specific car, as you see here, to be able to race in them. And if there is a showdown that's incoming, you want to check and see, okay, is there a showdown coming? Can I race it? Can I do it? Do I have a car for it? Newer players, almost definitely, you are not going to have a car. Unless right now you buy the Ferrari Roma, as I showed. Which, again, I don't necessarily recommend unless you absolutely want to have it. It is a great car, so I do recommend, of the cars that are available as a brand new player, this is one that is really a cut above what I have seen over previous years, just because of its live racing capabilities. Um, Make sure that you check and see. And then if there is a showdown that's incoming, you check and see, okay, am I going to be able to have a car for that? When you first start the game and you're brand new, they will loan you a showdown car. And I'm going to do a video on showdown, how it works, everything like that in the near future. So if you're excited for that, if you want to see that, please let me know down in the comment section below, and I will make sure to pump that video out as soon as possible. But yeah, you want to maximize when you get those free races, because showdowns give a whole bunch of different rewards and stuff like that. You have a leaderboard. Now, this is all going away in 4 days and 22 hours. I have no idea what they're going to be putting in its place. So if you have any of these tickets, make sure you click on the showroom and see if there's not any cars that you can buy. This Rocket Bunny V2 Fairlady Z Z33 is going to be a lock-in for the upcoming Easter event. It is a dyno beating car. It's a great car, nice live racer. Not exactly the most easy to drive, but once you get it figured out, it is awesome. If I'm able to get this, as you see right now, I don't have the tickets or the tokens to be able to buy this car. If I do get them, I will 100% do a video in the future about this car. I love this car. This is one of my very much so liked cars over the years. I used to have this on my main account, and when it got destroyed, I was very, very sad to lose this car. This is a beautiful car. I really hope that they make it up for gold. You're going to see all my gold disappear out of nowhere if that is available, because I do love this car. And if I get this car, it will be 100% the car that I elite for live racing. Again, I've done a video about eliting a car, what it means, that sort of stuff. Live racing, I plan to do a video on, so please, if you are interested in that, go check that out. But yeah, if you have the tickets and you have the ability to, definitely buy that car. It's going to be available in the Easter event. Fingers crossed. From the video I did about that event, I actually made a video on that, so please do check that out. Right now, the information that's available does say that that car is supposed to be available, usable, so that you can win some special stuff in that Easter event. Check that out if you're interested in that. But yeah, so don't click on Showdown until you are ready. I will do a video on it in the future. The last thing that I do is I come over here to this little arrow, and I click on it, and I check to see, first of all, what are my daily goals. So as you see, my daily goals today were win 2 Legends races, perform 2 perfect launches, spend $5,000, and upgrade 1 part. And then also, additionally, you've got all of these different messages if you're part of a crew. If you're new to CSR2, please read these. your crew leaders, your crew admins are going to want to have you reading these messages so that you know what the crew is doing, whether it be wild cards or anything like that, or uh, token donations, crew requirements. Please, please, please make sure that you go over and you read if there is any of those. As you saw, there was one that I hadn't read yet. Now that I've read it, the orange icon, the one icon here, is gone. If I were to upgrade one part, which I am actually going to go and do this so that you see what it does, right? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to, where is it? There it is. My Honda Civic Type R. This is a relatively decent car. I'm going to come over here, come over to my nitrous, just buy a random part, bam, bought it. And when I hit the back button, I close out of this here, you're going to see that on the screen, right here, see how it says upgrade one part, completed all goals. It will say, hey, congrats, you hit your goal. Now, one final trick with your goals. When you have your daily goals, do not click on any of your daily goals until you have completed all of them, because what happens is when you wait